Hello, Patriots. Kayli Thompson is back with the news for this Monday, May 3rd. How is everybody doing? Hi, I've missed you all. I am here. Woo! It's Monday. We got some news for you. Good morning, everyone. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. And every time that I go live, you guys are awesome. Thank you for being here. Please take 2 seconds, hit the heart button, hit the like button, break the algorithms, and then share this video. Please, please. If you're watching on our YouTube, please hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell so that you get all of our latest breaking news. And I would like to say, if you are tuning in for the first time on my show today, please put that in the comments. I do see your comments. I would like to know if you're tuning in for the first time. I will pin your comment and give you a shout out because, hey, we like new people. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Let me adjust my mic here a little bit. Martha has beautiful weather in Kansas. That's awesome. Great news. I love that. Good morning, Ruben. Good morning, Jerry. Jealous that you're in Florida. So many people from Florida. We got some Texas here. Hashtag strength in numbers. Thank you guys so much. You're awesome. Washington State, California. Tuning in from New York. Hello, Pamela. Thank you for joining me. Hi, Sherry. Minnesota. Awesome. Awesome. I'm so glad you're here. It's Tamara, I'm guessing. It's either Tamara or Tamara. I'm not sure how you say it, but thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Hopefully this news broadcast is informational for you. Hey, Camille. I miss you too, girl. All right. Before we go any further, oh man, what happened to it? Oh, there it is. So I wanted to give a shout out to my sweet friend Rose, who sent me this beautiful cross. I received it in the mail today. It's beautiful. I absolutely love it, Rose. I haven't seen your name come across the screen yet, but thank you so much. I receive gifts and things like this all the time, guys. I cherish them. It's hanging right here on my microphone. So that's where it's going to stay. So I appreciate you guys. You're awesome. Thank you so much. All right. So I'm starting only with one joke today so we can get into the news because I've got quite a bit of news. So this is my joke. It is funny. Okay. So this says a group of kindergartners were trying to become accustomed to the first grade. The biggest hurdle they faced was that the teacher insisted on no baby talk. You need to use big people words, she'd always remind them. She asked Chris what he'd done over the weekend. He said, I went to visit my Nana. She said, no, you went to visit your grandmother. Use big people words. Now, side note, totally don't agree with that. If you call your Nana Nana, call her Nana. Okay, moving forward. She then asked Mitchell what he had done. I took a ride on a choo-choo. She said, no, you took a ride on a train. Use big people words. She then asked Bobby what he had done. I read a book, he replied. That's wonderful, the teacher said. What book did you read? Bobby thought about it, then puffed out his chest a little and with great pride and said, Winnie the shit. Instead of Winnie the Pooh. Hey, she asked him to use big people words and he did it, all right? Oh, I love that. I could just see that being my child. Yeah, he would totally do that. Don't you love kids? They're so honest. That's why I love kids. They're so real. And you want the truth, just ask a kid. They'll tell you straight up. Do I look old? Yep, you look old. Proud of that kid. Not gonna lie. I'm proud. All right, guys. Let's get into the news. Apparently, if any of you are pool owners, you're going to be facing chlorine shortage, which I just read about this morning, which I found it kind of strange, but they are blaming it on the high demand for chlorine because people are still staying home due to C-19, which I'm not really sure if I totally agree with that. But yeah, so if you're a pool owner, they're saying that the prices of pool equipment and like chemicals and such are doubling from last year. So not only are you going to face a shortage, but also a price hike. Thank you, Joe. So the body of a missing 8-year-old boy was found in a Dallas pool. The 8-year-old boy from Texas. He had autism, and he was found over the weekend in an apartment complex swimming pool. His name was Kayli Jones. He is nonverbal. He went missing on Friday morning, and he was last seen like at his house, at the apartment. Yeah, he's found. He had drowned. And then I continued to read the story, and it said that he had gone missing when his parents were trying to put him in the car for school. Like, I'm sorry, but I think I would have just chased after the child, you know, like my son went missing, like went running when I was trying to put him in the car for school. I don't know. It just seems very, it seems messy to me. So the captain of the suspected human smuggling boat is in custody after the boat overturned. I don't know if you guys all heard about this, but there was a boating incident. The man who is suspected to have been operating it, and it overturned off the coast of San Diego. He was taken into custody. Authorities said that at least 4 people have died and more than 20 were hospitalized when the boat overturned on Sunday. Every indication from our perspective is that this was a smuggling vessel to smuggle migrants into the United States illegally, which is what U.S. Customs and Border Patrol Supervisor Jeff Stevenson said. He said that the agents are holding the man who is suspected to be the smuggler behind the operation, and that the suspected captain's name was not disclosed to the media. So prayers for those who were involved in that accident, prayers for healing to the ones that are in the hospital. I hope that they all get better, and I'm sad. It's devastating that 4 people were lost in that. It's horrible. Republicans on the House Oversight and Budget Committees are questioning cash payments being sent to Central America as part of a strategy to deal with the cause of illegal immigration. Yeah, I would sure hope that several people are asking questions about why we're sending money to Central America, cash payments, because I'm pretty sure it's probably our money. Let's be honest, taxpayer money. Joe Biden's administration is reportedly considering working with private firms. Now listen to this, you guys, you need to hear this. He's considering working with private firms to monitor extremist chatter by Americans online, because the federal government is legally limited to what they can do without a warrant. Okay, so let's keep going on here. The report claimed that the private firms that the Biden administration is considering using would act as a middleman to obtain the information, which would consist of broad summaries or analysis of narratives that are emerging on these sites, and would not target specific individuals. However, some of these firms use fake identities to access the private social media spaces that the government can't access, which could cause potential legal headaches for the administration. Yeah. Now we're hiring private firms to spy on American citizens. Cool. What else do we got? Now this, I was angry when I read this. I'm going to give you my straight up feelings on this once I read it to you. A federal court has ruled that a South Carolina restaurant manager forced a black man with intellectual disabilities to work in excess of 100 hours a week without pay. And they're ordering that he owes this man more than $500,000. Edwards is currently serving a 10-year sentence as one count of forced labor for coercing this gentleman to work extensive hours for no pay. I'm sorry, but 10 years is not enough, and neither is $550,000. That is absolutely disgusting. This man deserves a harsher punishment, in my opinion. You don't treat people like that, period. That is not okay. This poor guy. People are sick, you guys. They're sick. The guy had intellectual disabilities, and he was making him work 100 hours a week with no pay. Give me a break. All right, I got more news. Sorry, I'm a little rusty, you guys. I'm sorry. Thanks for sticking with me. So there was a shooting in Ohio. Let's see, Columbus, Ohio, yesterday evening. A gunman walked into a restaurant, opened fire, injuring 3 people before fleeing the scene. 2 males and 1 female were injured in the shooting. And let's listen to their description of this person. The shooter, who appeared to be a male, is the only information that they're giving. Fired off several rounds inside the restaurant, prompting the patrons to scatter. By the time officers arrived on scene, the shooter was gone. The shooter, who appeared to be a male. Well, we know he's not white, because if he was white, they would have said a white male, because that's what mainstream media does, or media in general. So they're looking for a shooter who appears to be a male. Good luck finding them, guys. You got a lot to go on. Governor DeSantis announces suspension of all local emergency C-19 orders. I love you, Ron DeSantis. I love you. Make America Florida. Period. This is a good one. Are you guys ready? Democratic Washington, D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser has banned dancing at wedding receptions because of C-19. The mayor issued the order last week, along with new masking policies and changes in other restrictions for businesses and gatherings. The dance policy specifically has caused a nightmare for some wedding planners as they try to move their events to venues outside the city. She's literally banning dancing at weddings. Now, this is good news to me, okay? A California professor was placed on leave after a video of her berating a student during a Zoom call class went viral. So the adjunct professor at Cypress College was placed on leave of absence after she berated 19-year-old Braden Ellis for calling police heroes. The school said that it was the unidentified professor's first and last class at the school. Of course, they're not going to give us her name, of course. If she was a conservative, they would, because then BLM could go protest at her house and talk about burning it down and all that stuff. But anyway, the adjunct professor will be taking a leave of absence for the duration of her assignment at Cypress College, which is what the school said. So this young man, 19-year-old kid, adult, but yeah, was giving a presentation on cancel culture and why it is so destructive and tearing our country apart. Love you, kid. If you watch this show, if you somehow see this show, I need you to send us an email, send us a message. I'm sending you some merch, man, for standing up. I love it. He said during his speech, he mentioned how activists attempted to cancel the children's show Paw Patrol in light of the anti-police sentiment stemming from the Black Lives Matter movement. In the allotted question and answer portion of Ellis's presentation, the professor scolded Ellis for his pro-police views. The professor also claimed that the idea of policing was derived from catching slaves in the American South. Give me a break. All right, let's see. What's this kid's name? Braden Ellis. Braden Ellis. Somehow, if we can find Braden Ellis that goes to Cypress College, you send him my way. Do what you got to do. I'm going to take care of that kid. I love it. I love it. We need way more kids that age, young adults, to stand up. I would gladly have him on the show. I'm going to write his name down right now, and I'm going to see if I can get in contact with this young man, because I would love to have him on my show. And I'm going to present him with some gifts when he's here, because I'm proud of him. Okay, guys, let me see if I'm missing anything else. I guess I can do a run through of the news updates I've posted this morning, because maybe not all of you have seen them. Colorado's governor on Sunday extended his mask order again for another 30 days. He amended the previous order and extended the mandate just before it was set to expire. So sorry for you, Colorado. You're going to be stuck in masks even longer. Listen to this. Listen. A Seattle area high school is encouraging students to get the C-19 vaccine. In return for getting it, roughly half of the students' community service requirements for graduation will be satisfied. Now, we're offering more than donuts to get these kids to take this jab. Yes, you heard it correctly. Seattle Area High School is encouraging students to get the vaccine. In return for getting the vaccine, roughly half of the students' community service requirements for graduation will be satisfied. Yeah, that's a hot mess, you guys. Oh, Anita Dunn, senior advisor to Joe Biden, told CNN during an interview on Sunday that Biden is not committed to reopening schools this fall because the pandemic is unpredictable. Let me tell you what that equates to. Excuse me. It equates to, number one, money. Money. It's always about money. Number two, you know what? I'm not even going to go there. Here's what I'm going to say. Stand up for your kids. Stand up for your kids. Get your stinking booties to school board meetings and stand up for your children. Because this is outrageous. Schools should be open. Children should be interacting with their peers. This is a joke at this point. It's an absolute joke. So stand up for your kids. Speaking on CNN, former Secretary of State and 2016 presidential candidate Hillary Clinton gushed about Joe Biden's first 100 days as a president. I am thrilled, quote, I am thrilled that President Biden is taking advantage of this moment to try and push the agenda as far as possible, end quote. They're not even trying to hide it anymore. They're just straight saying, push the agenda, let's go. And I don't know if you guys saw the story about the Louisville restaurant patron who put a bit of a scare into Black Lives Matter marchers Saturday night when a video caught him pointing a handgun at the protesters in a wild scene amid tables on the sidewalk in front of this restaurant. 2A. That's what it's going to take. That's what it's going to take. We got to stand up against these fools. He didn't shoot anybody. He just let it be known. Y'all want to start acting foolish? We're going to have a problem. And he has that right. One of the jurors who served on the murder trial of former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin reportedly sported a Black Lives Matter t-shirt with a reference to the death of George Floyd, seemingly challenging what the juror told the Chauvin defense team during jury selection. Let me tell you why that's challenging. Because this man put his hand on a Bible and said he had no prior knowledge of the George Floyd case under oath before he became a juror. True story. I just can't. And before I get off of here, I want to do this and remind you guys, this is our first online event. It is a free event called Operation Take Back America. You can find the event on Facebook. It will be streaming on YouTube as well from our YouTube pages. Please, please. May 22nd and 23rd, you guys, this is going to be an amazing event. We've got so many great speakers lined up. I can't even tell you. I'm making all the graphics for the event, so I know how many good speakers we have lined up. You guys don't want to miss this. Make sure that you are there, tuning in. Have a barbecue with your family. Set it up on the TV outside and just listen. We're going to talk about how we can take back America, what kind of things we can do before 2022 that are going to benefit us as American citizens and help take our country back. So please, please make sure that you guys can be there May 22nd, 23rd. And that's all I have for you guys today. So I will see you tomorrow, 12:30 Eastern time. I love you all. God bless you all. And God bless America.